Alright fellas, over the past few days, boxing has been flipped on its head. Ryan Garcia has officially been handed a 1-year ban, and Devin Haney's record is now technically undefeated once again. All of this stems from Garcia testing positive for a banned substance after his April bout with Haney. With so much unfolding, it's time to break down exactly how we got here, what this means for both fighters, and how it could reshape the entire division. So let's take it from the top. After Garcia's upset win over Haney, he tested positive for ostarine, a banned substance, in samples taken both the day before and the day of the fight. Garcia denied everything, deflected the blame, and basically started beefing with just about everyone online in an attempt to shift attention. But late last week, the New York State Athletic Commission brought the hammer down. A 1-year ban, $1.2 million forfeited from his purse, and the fight declared a no contest. But that's not where it ends. Reports say Garcia also used IV bags to rehydrate before the fight, which is a major red flag. It's a common trick used to mask drug use and dilute urine. On top of that, he came in way overweight for the fight and had to pay a penalty to Haney. The whole situation was messy and, to be honest, unprofessional. Now here's the real question. Was this punishment enough? Does it even matter at this point? Because, let's be real, the damage is already done. For Haney, even though he's technically undefeated again, the loss already did its work. His market value was shaky before the Garcia fight, and after losing in the ring, even if it's now a no contest, it crushed any momentum he had. Just look at what happened with the Sandor-Martin purse bid. The WBC mandated the fight, and I thought it was a great matchup. Martin is one of the most underrated guys in the division, but only Top Rank put in a bid, $242,000 total. That's all Haney and Martin would have had to split. Matchroom didn't even bother. That says a lot about Haney's current draw. Now, Haney's stuck. He's a promotional free agent, so technically he could go wherever he wants. He already cashed out once with the Victorian government bankrolling his Cambosos fights in Australia. And with Liam Paro's recent upset win, maybe a return down under makes sense. But outside of that, a Matias fight is dangerous. Teofimo or Pitbull Cruz. Also risky and likely not worth the payday. Honestly, that Sandor-Martin fight looked like his safest and most realistic option. So while Haney looks for a way forward, what does Ryan Garcia do for the next year? Here's the thing. He's going to do what he always does. Party, stir controversy, and chase clout. He's turned keeping his name in the headlines into an art form. He's always in the spotlight, beefing, trending, showing up ringside. So no, I don't think he'll fade away during the suspension. If anything, this scandal has only made him more famous. Was what he did wrong? Absolutely. Missing weight, using IVs, doping, it's all unprofessional, but it's made him a bigger name. And come 2026, no matter who he fights next, people will be watching. That's the kind of hype he thrives on. Whether you love him or want to see him get knocked out, you're still tuning in. A Haney rematch? It's there. A Tank rematch at 140? Definitely possible. Moving up to 147 for a wild fight like Errol Spence? Maybe even a crossover with someone like Sugar, Sean O'Malley from the UFC. Who knows? When it comes to Garcia, predicting what happens in 12 months is like predicting the weather in 12 years. His career moves at a chaotic pace. But let's not ignore that doping is a real, persistent issue in boxing and across all of sports. Even Haney isn't totally in the clear. The California State Commission is reportedly looking into how he consistently comes in over the hydration limits and whether some of his fights should have even gone ahead. That's not doping, but it's still bending the rules for an edge. And that's the core of this. Athletes are always looking for any advantage. How they respond when they get caught. That's where the career path gets decided. Look at Conor Benn. He got popped, made dumb excuses, had a terrible media run, and his career took a hit. Garcia, on the other hand, basically shrugged it off and somehow came out the other side with more momentum. Garcia's always known how to work the system. While Haney was chasing belts, Garcia was chasing social media clout. And it worked. Because at the end of the day, popularity sells fights. Always. Has. Always will. Some of the greatest fighters of all time are barely known by the casual fan. Meanwhile, guys who sell a story, whether real or fabricated, become stars. Will Garcia be remembered as one of the greats? It's way too early to say, but he won't be the last fighter caught doping, and history shows plenty of fighters have rebounded from the same. Roy Jones Jr., Shane Mosley, James Toney, even Canelo have all had doping controversies and still gone on to have massive careers. For all the talk about retirements and bans, Garcia will be back in 12 months for a massive payday. And Haney? His path is more complicated unless that rematch happens, or he finds a way to rebuild his star power. But now, I want to hear what you guys think. Is Garcia's punishment fair? Has Haney's stock really dropped? And what do we do about this ongoing doping problem in boxing? Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you've never heard of me, my name is Kloster and this is Knock On, where we break down the fights, the scandals, and everything boxing. If you enjoyed the video, a like or sub would mean a ton, and I'll catch you in the next one.